In today's video, we're breaking down the McKinney Texas real estate market for October 2023. My name is Alex Piech. I'm a real estate professional here in the McKinney Texas real estate market. And then today, I'm going to give you guys a behind the scenes look at what is happening in the McKinney housing market. We're going to be talking about inventory, supply and demand, really what's happening. What are we seeing with the buyers? What are we seeing with home values? And how is interest rates impacting the McKinney real estate market? I'm going to pull up my screen here. Every single month, guys, we prepare a housing market update report for all of the areas here in North Dallas, including McKinney. As you guys can see here on my screen, this is the October 1st edition for the housing market update. As a real estate professional, the first thing I look at is the activity in the market. And I determine how active a market is based on what percentage of the homes listed for sale are already under contract. I refer to that as the pending sales ratio. And what you'll notice here is about 34% of all homes listed on the market already have a contract. So what does that mean? There's 587 homes that were on the market in McKinney, of which 202 already had a buyer contract signed. So that means there's only 385 homes that are actually available to contract with new buyers. So 34% of the market is already pending. That is a good quality market. That is an active real estate market. This number is very much in line with what I saw pre-pandemic when the market was still very active. So while during the pandemic, we did see that number get like 65 to 75% pending ratio, absolutely insane. It has finally returned back to a much more normal mid-30s to low 40% pending ratio. The price point that we're seeing the most activity in is that $400,000 to $600,000 price range. And you can see right here on this graph, the green line represents the pending homes. The black line represents the number of homes that are for sale, and they're very closely correlated. You can see the amount of demand by price range. Again, this is very normal, and I'm going to use the word normal because in real estate, that is a good thing. The last couple of years with the pandemic, where things were just so out of whack, I think it's really skewed people's perspective. What the numbers we're seeing right now are returning much more to normal. For example, in the last 6 months in McKinney, we've seen 1,516 homes successfully close. And a lot of that is in that $400,000 to $600,000 price range. While in that same time frame, nearly 300 homes came on the market and failed to sell. So that's about 20% of the homes coming on the market not selling. Now, historically, that is actually pretty low. In a normal real estate market, we've seen this off-market percentage. We've seen that get as high as 35 to 45%. So hovering around 20% is actually a good thing. That means the majority of the homes are still selling. As we move down here, the days on market, that really is a great indicator as to how quickly are homes selling on the market. And they're still selling relatively quickly. Now, in comparison to a year or two ago where homes were selling in a matter of what felt like hours, again, it's not that market. When interest rates started going up, that slowed the buyer demand. So now we've started to see that days on market creep up and come back more to a normal days on market. The absorption rate, this is, in my opinion, this might be the most important data in the report. The absorption rate indicates and looks at the number of homes that are available for sale. And it says, okay, based on the number of homes that are selling per month, an average over the last 6 months, how quickly do we anticipate these 340 homes to sell? Well, in McKinney, we have 1.5 months inventory. Let me break that down so you know what that means. In a normal real estate market, The absorption rate is 5 to 6 months. That is what we refer to as a normal, balanced, neutral market, okay? 5 to 6 months supply of inventory. When you get below that, that means there's more buyers and less selection of homes for sale, lower inventory. When there's low inventory with high buyer demand, it's called a seller's market. That's where home values usually are trending up. And the opposite is true. When the absorption rate is over 6 months, that usually means there's more homes on the market than there are buyers actively buying, so you can see home values trending downward, okay? So 1.5 months supply of inventory should clearly tell you the picture. We have an inventory problem, a severe lack of inventory right now in the market. And you could see the days on market, the sold prices, what's been happening over here. Every July and August, you see that normal seasonality dip. That's because school is out, families are vacationing, and really trying to make those last minute decisions before school starts up in August. We get August, September, and we get that kind of rebound. And again, that kind of shows you the days on market has slowly been creeping up. Well, that's to be expected when rates, are in the mid 7% range. Here is the most helpful part of this chart. No matter whether you're a buyer or seller, you can come here and look at your price specifically and say, what's happening in my price range? If I'm a seller and I'm thinking about selling, what's happening to homes similarly priced to mine? If I'm a buyer, how much buyer demand? What should I expect when entering the market? So here, if we looked at that $400,000 to $600,000 price range, that's where we're seeing a lot of activity. We're gonna see there's 155 homes on the market. Those homes have been on the market for an average of 42 days. Now, 92 homes are already under contract. That means almost 40% of all the homes in this price range already have an offer. So as a seller, that means there's a lot of buyers looking in this price range. You're gonna get a lot of activity. You're gonna get a very good price for your home. As a buyer, it means you might run up against some competition. So you need to be prepared for that. In the last 6 months, we've seen 109 homes come on the market and not sell in this price range. There's been 690 homes that came on the market that successfully closed in the last 6 months. Here's what's important to know. Look at their average days on market, 28. So let's just round it to 30. So now you'll see the current inventory is sitting at 42 days. So it's about 14 days difference. So 2 weeks difference. That kind of shows you that the market, the rate in which homes are selling is slowing down slightly, which is for buyers means you got a little bit more time to make a decision. For sellers, you got to know your home is probably not selling in the first weekend. Now, there are those homes still that is happening to, without a shadow of a doubt. We're seeing that every week it still happens, but it's not happening as regularly as it did over the last 2.5 years. Now, when we look at that, we're also looking at these people on average, we're listing their home around $500,000. They're selling their home for about $493,000. So let's call it a $6,500 adjustment from where they price to where they sell. So you're getting very close to asking price, but there is some wiggle room right now. And this far column here, the 1.3, that's the month supply of inventory. So overall, McKinney has 1.5 months of inventory. But if you're priced or you're home shopping below 600,000, there's actually less inventory. It means a majority of the buyers are really in that 800,000 or less. That's where a majority of the sales are happening. But look at the lack of inventory all the way up to $1.2 million in McKinney is still highlighted as a strong seller market overall. So that gives you an idea. There's 385 homes available for sale. The average home value in McKinney right now is $718,000. They've been on the market for 49 days. Overall, homes in the last 6 months sold in an average of 31 days for about $581,000 was the average sales price, 1.5 months supply of inventory. So what does all this mean? Well, there's some phenomenal data in here. And having a real estate professional who understands that data, who's assisting you with the home buying or home selling process, could really use this data to, number one, make sure you set up the proper expectations. Make sure you create a home buying and home selling strategy and plan that uses this data that aligns to your specific goals. Now, if you're not working with a real estate professional, we'd love to be that professional who assists you with the home buying or home selling strategy. We feel very confident that we're the market experts here in McKinney. We understand what's going on, and more so, we know how to use this information to help our clients get the deal that they need to get within the time frame that they want it by. So whether you're buying or selling, we'd love to speak with you. Below this video is all my contact information. You can actually schedule a virtual in-person strategy call. There's a link to my calendar that will set up a Zoom call where we can chat about what it is you're trying to achieve, what are your goals, what are your time frame, and we could use this market data and we can help you put together a free home buying or home selling strategy. We'd love to earn your business. Reach out if we can help you. As always, we appreciate you guys tuning in with the market update. Do me a favor, leave a comment. Let me know if you thought this was helpful, if you like the amount of detail that we get in and how we explain the market. My biggest thing is to make sure all people, buyers or sellers that are working with us, understand the market and are making very informed home buying and selling decisions. So appreciate you guys. We'll see you on next month's real estate market update here for McKinney, Texas. Take care.